Hey, I'm going to show you how to make Google work with a very small budget. Now, Google Ads is actually very expensive. It's been getting more expensive over the years. Google's been pushing more expensive campaigns like Performance Max. Google's recommendations and salespeople and psyops on the internet are pushing people to spend more and more money with worse returns. I'm going to show you how to spend less money and get better returns. Perfect, right? So first of all, when you start a new campaign, you have two choices for bid strategies. Okay, so if we go to our campaign and we choose our bid strategy, what do we have? Well, we have maximize clicks, and then we have, if you go to that hidden setting, you have to click through a couple of menus, and then you can go to Manual CPC. Okay, Manual CPC is actually not a good idea anymore because it's been outperformed by maximize clicks. But the unfortunate reality is Google is now removing Manual CPC and enhanced CPC. Because they're trying to get people to use more automated bidding strategies. Now, when you use more automated bidding strategies, and the reason I'm telling you about Manual CPC is because it shows that Google is pushing us all in the direction of more automation. Now, more automation is great when you have a budget of literally tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. But if you're someone spending $15, $20, $30 a month, as some of my clients are, we need to use every possible opportunity to optimize our spend. And usually automated bidding strategies are not a good idea for that. So the meta, the kind of go-to for a lot of marketers used to be Manual CPC, where you can go ahead and set your bids manually. This has kind of been superseded by maximize clicks. So maximize clicks is an automated bidding strategy, but the reason it's beneficial for us spending lesser amounts of money is because we're not actually bidding for a conversion, we're bidding for a click. So Google will optimize towards getting as many people to click for as cheap as possible instead of optimizing towards people converting. Now you may say, Dylan, but I want a conversion, I don't want a click. What if this is going to cause a bunch of people to click onto my ads and never actually convert? You're right. And that's why we don't use this strategy for long term. This is a startup strategy. Now, Google actually needs data to be able to optimize towards a conversion. But if you have a small budget campaign, you're not going to get particularly many conversions. So it's going to be bidding blind. It's going to bid $30 for a conversion that it's not really sure it's going to be able to get, and you're going to end up wasting all your budget. So at the very start, the smart thing to do is we want to maximize clicks, usually set a maximize click like bid limit so it doesn't really go crazy. But just to start, we want to get as many clicks for as cheap as possible so we can collect data, so we can have people going to our site and we can see what they're doing. Are they converting? Are they bouncing? Whatever. Now, something you need to keep in mind, a lot of people assume that maximize clicks is just inherently going to be bad quality. But the thing is, if you're using exact match keywords and you have like relatively strict setups, like you're not using the search network and the display network, which I would also recommend against because that can introduce a lot of junk, you're going to end up having people who are searching up, let's say, I want a new roof. You know, let's say you're a roof installer. People are going to be searching up, I want a new roof in your target location. That's going to be someone who has the intent of, I want a new roof in your target location. So there's a certain minimum level of quality that comes along with Google search traffic that allows us to go for these kind of suboptimal bid strategies in the start, like maximize clicks. So number one, maximize clicks is the best startup strategy for small budgets. You shouldn't be using maximize conversions. Google is going to insist use maximize conversions and you're going to flush money down the toilet. I promise you. Okay? The next thing is search campaigns, not display, not Performance Max, not YouTube. These campaigns are way too expensive to start. Performance Max needs literally $500 to $1,000 a day to work. YouTube, we found, needs like 50 grand budgets before you can actually start to see any kind of meaningful return. Display ads are completely flushing money down the toilet because a bunch of low quality click farms are putting your ads onto their blogs and then using auto clickers to generate money for themselves, and Google does nothing to prevent this traffic. Performance Max is an amalgamation of all of Google's junk traffic sources, and they just sell it to you in a way where they've kind of hidden all of the traffic sources, so you're going to end up getting really cheap clicks, but they're almost all going to be bots. So we want to stick to search. Search is still the bread and butter of Google campaigns, okay? You should just be starting with search. Don't even think about any other campaigns for the time being. Next point, number 3, start with a single geographic region. The campaigns I'm running for some clients, so as you can see, this is for my agency. I've since paused this because this YouTube channel's doing quite well, so I figured, hey, why not invest in the YouTube channel? But as you can see, what I was running is in my location, I just had the United Kingdom selected. So the worst thing you can do is select all countries and territories, and the second worst thing you can do is select presence or interest. So if someone in Bangladesh goes onto YouTube and searches things to do in Texas, Google will identify that as intent towards Texas. So by selecting this, what Google will include is people in Bangladesh who have searched up Texas as someone who has an interest in Texas. Do you understand? So you want to stick to presence, people who are present in the geographic region. Now, if you want to go even better, the campaigns I found work by far the best are campaigns that stick to one state, one region, one city, okay? You can become the absolute best ran Google Ads campaign in your specific, highly specific geographic region, like your city. London, for example. I run a couple of campaigns for people exclusively in London. They serve the UK, they serve Europe, they serve the US, but they had a small Google Ads budget. So what we did is we started off with London. We're doing incredibly well in London, and then we're going to slowly expand to the rest of the world. The smaller of a geographic region you start in, the easier it is for Google to optimize. Next, don't listen to anything Google has to say. They are trying to sell you. Okay, Google Ads, the dashboard is filled with 20,000 notifications every single day saying, use Performance Max, increase your bids, increase your budget, do this, do that. They have dedicated salespeople who will call you up and harass you, literally harass you into spending more money. And that's all it is. You're going to reduce your ROI. You're probably even going to lose money if you take a lot of these recommendations. But literally anything Google recommends outside of, hey, your campaign is literally set up wrong. Okay, your billing is like your credit card was declined or something like that. Go ahead and listen to those, obviously. But most of the recommendations Google is going to give to you are going to be recommendations to spend more money. Finally, in your ad copy, you want to pre-qualified clicks. So if we go to my ads, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find examples of this, but when you're writing your ad copy, what you actually want to do is pre-qualify your clicks. And what I mean by that is literally get people to look at your ad and go, no, that isn't for me. Google Ads is a pay-per-click ad platform. It's usually abbreviated to PPC. It's in the name, pay-per-click. You only pay when somebody clicks onto your ad. So if you pre-qualify people into your ad saying, Let's say I only want to work with agents, agencies above $10,000 a month can apply or something like that. You are pre-qualifying the people clicking onto your ads. If they're under $10,000 a month, they're going to look at the ad and go, well, that isn't for me, I'm not going to click. So you don't waste a click. It's very important you actually lower your click-through rate because it will result in more quality traffic going through to your site. The people who actually suit your business are going to filter themselves onto the site, whereas the people who don't work for your business are just never going to click on your ads. So there we are. That's how to make Google Ads work with a small budget. If you would like to work with my Google Ads agency, go and check out the links in the description. Have a great day.